Hi, this is Rachel Simmons from Rollins College. We're going to create a tree fold book using instructions from The Art of the Fold by Heidi Kyle and Ulla Warchol. You'll want to gather your materials and cut a sheet of paper 13 by 25 inches. To make this step easier, I suggest cutting a 1/2 inch piece of binder's board or scrap cardboard to help you measure out the 1/2 inch gaps between the pages of increasing size. So the pages go from 2 inches all the way to 6 inches. To start the process, start on the right side of the paper and follow the instructions listed in The Art of the Fold. Mark the distances according to the folding sequence, smallest dimensions first, increasing as you go. Score, crease, and make all the folds valley folds. I suggest using a triangle or an L ruler to make absolutely sure that your piece of cardboard or binder's board is parallel to the edge of the paper and perpendicular to the bottom of the paper. As you work from right to left, you're increasing the section size as you go. So you're starting with 2, you go to 3, 4, 5, and 6. In between, you're leaving sections that are always the same size, 1/2 inch. There will be a little bit of leftover called an extension. During this step, I'm simply scoring based on those pencil marks that I made. And again, I'm using an L ruler against my ruler to ensure that I've got nice straight lines as I'm going. So I'm scoring along every single mark, and you can start to see those sections developing. The 1/2 inch followed by 2 inches, 1/2 inch followed by 3 inches, and so on. After I finished scoring all of the marks, I wanted to be sure they were creased well. So I'm going over every single score mark and making sure it's a nice sharp crease with my bone folder. Now it's time to open the sheet back up, flip it so that the folds are mountain folds, and fold the entire thing in half lengthwise. So this would be hot dog. Make sure you're matching up the corners really carefully in this step. Take your time. Once you find alignment on the open foredge, take your bone folder in the center and spread it out, crease it well. Now it's time to pleat each of the sections. You're going to begin by bringing the first mountain fold to the second one, the second mountain fold to the third, and so on. You're always going to skip that half-inch section and bring the next mountain fold to its adjacent mountain fold. You're halving the larger sections each time, and you want to continue to pleat in this manner until you reach the end of the sequence. Okay, you made it this far. You're doing really well. The next step is to cut some of the sections apart so that we can go back to folding it in half and finish our structure. So in this part, you want to grab your steps again and pay close attention to where the X marks go. Where you place an X, you will not cut through that part. So you're going to be cutting through the remaining sections that do not have an X. After you've gone through and put your X's on the sections that are not going to be cut, you want to also grab some double-sided tape and apply that as shown in your diagram. At this point, you're going to lay a ruler precisely down along that long center fold and cut the sections that are not marked with an X. Okay, after you've cut apart your sections, it's time to finish the book. So you want first to take that piece of double-sided tape, take the backing off, and now fold it in half, putting the taped parts together. Once you stand your structure up, you can force those pleats into those V-shaped folds. And if they're not folding flat, just go ahead and recrease using your bone folder until all the four edges are clean and creased. You're ready to complete the book. So after standing it up on its side, you'll want to make a diagonal fold in the left extension and then reverse it. This will give you two separate hinges where you can attach individual covers if you choose. I think the best part of this book is being finished and being able to pull it out from its nesting and push it back together. It should snap together in a pretty pleasing way. And that's it. If you choose to add a cover, you can. There are some instructions for the diagonal pocket on pages 116 and 119. Otherwise, you can have this book printed on one side, both sides. It's completely up to you.